I thought I'd pop up here after work and try and catch some deer on camera for you guys, but unfortunately I snapped a big branch underneath my feet, and I could hear them galloping off before I could see them. So we missed out on that today. But I will get it. I will get it because they're all around all the time, you know, always are. Or might be lucky enough to get a stag. Yeah. So I was a bit overwhelmed because I looked at my phone earlier, and it's not like I try to look for any sort of, you know, encountering statistics or any junk like that on my YouTube, but I just happened to glance at the screen, and when I got into my YouTube and it said I had 500 subscribers, and I had a little moment then. I was like, wow, you know, people actually, you know, want to listen to what I got to say, and it was a little bit overwhelming. I know it's thanks to a few people out there who've been sharing my videos around, and I'm really grateful for that, because I've got no means to do that at all apart from uploading it. Yeah, so I was overwhelmed, and if you want to do this, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go into this, because my aim, you know, I'm not. You might see that today I uploaded a few videos of like some drag races from last year. I'm just trying to basically, you know, not only keep some more room on my phone so I can transfer it over to YouTube, but also at the same time I'm not a crusader, you know. I like to mix everything up. If you just see every day is just fighting videos, you know, where you're just fighting the system or fighting this or fighting that, it's not good for you, you know. You need to mix things up, and it's part of my personality. I love cars, so I'll share a little bit about that every now and again, and whatever else I may get up to, like my bookcase that I shared a little while back that I made. That's the second bookcase I've made for my daughter in you know, in houses we've moved into. Yeah, so I'm not, you know, like I said, I'm not a crusader, but if you want to do this, let's do it. My aim is always to, like, find a way to survive everything without becoming fearful, without it downtrodden you and being beat by everything that's going on around you. And for a lot of us, there could be a lot of trauma, but hopefully we've done enough inner work to actually be viewing these times that we're in now, like I say, being in the observer, viewing these times as being absolutely unique. I mean, these are unknown times, and hopefully you know, you guys are watching this. And when I say guys, by the way, I mean everybody. It's just like when in the Goonies, say when the sloth, he goes, "Hey, you guys," you know, it's that sort of thing, just addressing everybody. So, because I have had comments, believe it or not, last time I was on, you know, Facebook, and people attack you just for saying that. Well, there are women here as well, and it's like, well, I don't mean that. You can't say anything. You find yourself constantly correcting yourself, and it destroys your soul, you know. But yeah, I think that a lot of us are in a position where, all right, we might be a bit upset looking around at these people who are acting like computer simulations, basically NPCs. But at the end of the day, you know, we've also got that other side of us that are looking around and just in absolute amazement. You know, you doubt whether there's any, you know, you sort of wonder whether or not how many of us is actually left, if you get what I mean, and how many's merged with another consciousness, species, whatever you want to call it. It's ever so weird. It's like we're the only creators or something. But yeah, and the main thing is as well is learning to come out the other side of this in some way, and that's what I want to share. That was the reason for my conscious consuming video. I was hoping someone would pick it up, and it's like took off, you know. For me, it's took off, you know. Some people would say, well, you hardly get any viewers or whatever, but that's fine. For me, it's amazing that anybody out there sort of gets what I'm talking about and is on board with that, you know. That ideology of making sure that everything you buy from this point on is bought from just family people, you know, as much as you can. We can't always do it, of course we can't, but as much as we possibly can. Second-hand cars from, not from big dealerships, but go and get your private ones, you know. You'll get a really good deal. Get a really good deal on the private ones. Don't go to these stupid car companies like We Buy Any Car, and they've screwed somebody into the ground, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be sharing all these sorts of things, and I'm hoping that everybody else will be sharing stuff with me too, because I need to learn just as much as anybody else. I'm only coming from one naive standpoint of one human walking around on this planet, looking around me thinking, what the hell's going on? You know, what is this? It's crazy. But yeah, so all I can say is, let's do it then.